The notion that science is satanic and deceiving faithful Christians is a perspective held by some individuals who believe that scientific theories and discoveries contradict biblical teachings. This viewpoint is often rooted in a literal interpretation of the Bible and a mistrust of the scientific community. Proponents of this idea argue that science is an attempt to undermine the authority of God in the Bible, and that its findings are often used to deceive and mislead Christians. One of the primary concerns of those who believe that science is satanic is the theory of evolution. They argue that evolution is a lie perpetuated by scientists to explain the origin of life without acknowledging the role of God. According to this perspective, the idea that humans and other species evolved over time through natural selection is a direct challenge to the biblical account of creation. Furthermore, they claim that the scientific community's acceptance of evolution is an attempt to erase God from the equation and promote a secular, humanistic worldview. Another area of contention is the scientific method itself. Some argue that the scientific method is a flawed and limited approach to understanding the world, as it relies on human observation and experimentation rather than divine revelation. They claim that scientists are arrogant and close-minded, refusing to consider the possibility of supernatural intervention in the natural world. This, they argue, is a hallmark of satanic influence, as it seeks to elevate human knowledge above divine wisdom. Additionally, some point to the fact that many scientists are atheists or agnostics, and that the scientific community is often at odds with religious institutions. They see this as evidence that science is inherently anti-Christian, and that its practitioners are actively working to undermine the faith. This perception is fueled by the fact that some scientists have been vocal critics of religion, and have used their platforms to promote secularism and skepticism. However, it is essential to note that this perspective is not universally held among Christians. Many Christians see no conflict between their faith and science, and argue that the two can complement each other. They point out that the Bible and science are addressing different questions and realms of knowledge, and that there is no inherent contradiction between the two. Furthermore, they argue that the scientific method is a powerful tool for understanding the natural world, and that its discoveries can actually deepen our appreciation and awe for God's creation. It is also worth noting that the idea that science is satanic is often based on a misunderstanding of the scientific process and its limitations. Science is not a monolithic entity with a singular agenda, but rather a diverse community of individuals working to advance our understanding of the world. While some scientists may hold anti-Christian views, this does not represent the entirety of the scientific community. Moreover, the scientific method is a self-correcting process that relies on peer review, experimentation, and evidence-based reasoning. It is not a dogmatic or ideological framework, but rather a systematic approach to understanding the natural world. In conclusion, the notion that science is satanic and deceiving faithful Christians is a complex and multifaceted issue. While some individuals may hold this perspective, it is essential to recognize that it is not universally held among Christians, and that many see no conflict between their faith and science. Ultimately, the relationship between science and Christianity is one of nuanced dialogue and mutual respect, rather than antagonism and suspicion. By engaging in open and honest discussion, Christians and scientists can work together to promote a deeper understanding of the world and our place within it.